Hello and welcome back to Bohemian Dragon. I am your hostess, Lori. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me and giving me that extra 30 minutes. Uh, yeah, having a slight issue with medications today. But we're all right. We're okay. We're gonna get this going. So let me get the chat up just in case somebody drops by and decides they want to chit chat. All right, chat is up. I'm gonna move these. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. Okay, I can kind of see the chat. All right, um, welcome back to another Indie Thursday, where I sit here and I promote Indie Tarot deck creators and Oracle deck creators. And I hope that each of these creations, I'm sorry guys, I'm having issues with words today. I'm gonna level with you guys. I have been taking extra iron supplements, and I think I hit saturation point. And so I think I got some iron toxicity going on. So I'm gonna finish this stream and then I'm gonna go to bed. But I didn't want to bail on you guys completely, so bear with me. All right, so straight out the gate, I wanted to talk to you guys about my Twitter account, which I know you guys are like, wait, what? Okay, so let me explain. If you guys know somebody that is a creator of Indie Tarot or Indie Oracle decks, and they have a Twitter account, please let them know that this exists, that my Twitter exists, because I don't always get it up quite quickly. I'm trying to get it to where I have it it goes up at midnight of the day of, but I might have to put it the midnight of the day before, but I'm trying to get it to where I start this thread so that you guys can come in and post links to your stuff, whether it's your Kickstarter, or your Instagram, or whatever, your Indiegogo, your GoFundMe, whatever it is that you're doing to promote your Indie Tarot decks and your Indie Oracle decks. I want to see it. I want the link. So, of course, today, with it being April Fool's Day, people probably thought that me posting this was an April Fool's joke. It's not. We don't do April Fool's jokes in this household. Things and stuff from the past. So I just wanted to make you guys aware. This is my Twitter account. It says Bohemian Dragon, but somebody already had Bohemian Dragon, so it's Dragon Bohemian. But if you guys give me a follow on there, you will see my updates. Alright, so I owe a huge apology to Mystic SelfCare Oracle. Hun, I am so sorry. For some bizarre reason, I, in my ADD squirrel dumbness, whatever, I just missed cues, and that's on me. I screwed up. I thought that these photos were going to be the cards. They're not. This is just her showing kind of, oh goodness, sorry, trying to show the card names and the descriptions and maybe the themes. Realistically, all of the cards are going to be apparently hand-drawn, and they're going to be circular. So she says, this is a working sketch of the first card of the deck, Breathe. And yes, the cards will be circular. This is super, super exciting for me. I absolutely love circles and their symbolism. I decided I want the cards to be circles because I don't want them to have an upright or reversed, which is really cool. I want each card to be in perfect balance and harmony, as that is what I want this deck to bring to those who use it. Says, I said in my first post introducing the deck, I want to be as neutral as possible, which is why all figures in this deck will be simple blank figures. This is also how I often draw spirits or souls or other representations of the inner self. In this card you can see Breathe being represented by a person lying down and breathing deeply with one hand on their chest and the other on their stomach. This is a breathing technique I learned from a therapist, and it is a wonderful and relaxing breathing exercise. It is, actually. It's meant to help you relax by teaching you to breathe into your stomach rather than your chest. It's actually part of circular breathing, which is a very important meditative and grounding technique. So, and then it says, let me know what you think. But I didn't realize that she was going to be, hand sketching all of these. So, Mystic, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. But I wanted to show you guys her sketches. So there was the one. She's posted a few others, so like this one. Here's another one for Hydrate. And then here's another one. This one is Ground Yourself. Kind of an interesting concept of being the tree roots and holding on to the tree. And then this one. This is Ask for Help. So I can't wait until she gets the rest of these done. I'm glad that uh that she's sketching things out. And I am so sorry again, I didn't quite understand that these were just her talking about the different definitions of what was going to be on the cards. So that's on me. So that is Mystic's SelfCare Oracle deck. So if you guys want to go over and follow her on Instagram, that would be great. And that way when she does launch this deck, you'll know where it is. So now I want to move over to Kickstarter. First I wanted to kind of give you guys a little update. Midnight City Tarot deck has has ended. It's completely funded. It did amazing. Jackie ended up with 373 backers, which is awesome. But she did say that if you missed the deck for whatever reason, so say you couldn't afford it right now, because well, we all have bills. She is launching a a shop, I guess. Like, I don't know if it's on Etsy or what, but she's launching a shop later on this year, later on this summer, I think she said. So keep an eye out for that. So if you guys missed the first round, there will be others. So the funding was absolutely successful for her, so that's good. Updates. Okay, I covered the Pazlo Tarot deck last week, which I'm still on the fence on whether or not I'm going to back this. It's a very kind of dark deck, but I do like the idea behind it. Anyways, they're getting a lot closer to their goal, which I'm super excited about. So they're now at 7,858. And then, of course, TerraBot is still got 19 days to go, but it's completely funded. Yeah, I've talked in detail about that. I talked about Maker's Tarot last week. They're 79% funded now. I have been following her on Instagram, and she's been posting little teasers of more of the kind of the up close of the individual cards, which has really been neat to see. If you really are loving neon colors, you're going to love this deck. I really do believe you're going to love this deck. And she's really hoping to hit the stretch goal, because she really is considering lime green edges to the cards, which would be really different. I don't think I've ever seen a tarot deck do something like that before. I've seen black edging, I've seen silver and gold, and I have seen hollow. Like, well, what people consider hollow, but it's like an iridescent or a borealis effect. I've seen those type of edgings, but I've not seen a lime green, and I think it would be I think it would definitely pull, like make the cards that much more cohesive. So I really hope she makes that stretch goal. All right. Now I want to introduce you guys to three more, or actually four more, and I want to go and cover La Flora. As you guys know, I talked about La Flora last week. They are 51% funded. She did get, from what I understand, Kickstarter has now got this listed as a project we love, which means that typically when they have stuff listed as a project we love, they promote it on the front of their website a little more often. So that made me happy to see, considering they totally screwed her over by launching her campaign early. So I'm glad that they did that they're helping her out in that aspect. So, and I'm really happy too that she's halfway there to her goal. So, and considering it's a very big goal because this is a very, very detailed deck and very elegant deck, uh, I really do think that she's going to make it. So, I am happy to see that. All right, now to introduce you guys to some new decks this week that just launched. So we're going to talk about the Constantino Oracle first. So, and I'm probably not pronouncing this right. It says, "Hi, I'm Melanie, and I'm the creator of the Constantino Oracle, a 32 card oracle deck and guidebook. I'm so honored to have you've chosen to check out this project. I hope your experience with it brings you as much happiness and self-understanding that it brought and continues to give me, whether you choose to back this project or not. I'm thankful for this opportunity to be vulnerable and brave in sharing something that began as a silent journey and shifted into a much larger work in being heard here by you and all the other patrons of this musical corner of the internet." So, this deck is based off of, it says music-inspired oracle deck. So, it says the project composition. This card deck, along with its guidebook, was created to help bring forth intuitive guidance from within in accordance with the symbols that have long withstood time. An Constantino in music is a musical phrase that is continuously repeated throughout a piece of music. Though often done through a rhythmic repetition, slight variations around pitch can occur as well. An Constantino, I can't pronunciate that. Ostinato can function as the foundational propelling force of a compositional masterpiece. And then, of course, she talks about what Oracle is. So, it looks like there's going to be 32 cards total. Oh, and it's going to have gold edges. Gold gilt edges. Printed guidebook, premium color. That's cool. And then there's different tiers as well. Oh, a conductor's wand. That's kind of funny. It's almost Harry Potter like. Oh, there's two of them. The conductor's baton. Ah, that's neat. Okay. Now this would be my question. Does one have to be able to read music or have specific knowledge to understand this deck? Music is for all, creativity is for all, and loving support and encouragement is for all. One does not need to be able to read music, have prior experience with cards, approach this experience through any particular spiritual belief, or meet any certain criteria to find this deck usable. The Constantino Oracle invites any soul that reads it to see things in a new light, hear with an inner voice, and find harmony along their progression in this world. There is no wrong way to go about using the deck and its guidebook, as your intuition is what will ultimately allow you to experience its insights to the fullest. So, she talks about union for love of music and cartomancy. Oh, that's cute. Ah, Pickle. Her cat's name is Pickle. Cute. Oh, she's got a playlist on Spotify. That's cool. So, yeah, no video with this one. That's okay. Not all campaigns need to have them. I think this is an interesting idea and concept. I mean, symbology is been very important for a very from time out of memorial. And music symbology has been pretty consistent down through the years. I mean, about the only thing that's gotten bastardized is, of course, the hashtag, which I can't remember what it's called in music, but I think it's a sharp. But this is a really interesting idea for a deck, and I really hope that this gets successfully funded. I'm going to go ahead and tweet this out. Okay. All right. So that was the Constantino. Not that I can say that correctly. All right, now we got Mountaintop Tarot cards. So this one is based out of the UK. It's a very interesting concept. It kind of, right off the top, reminds me of what is that name? That game. Something. It's a goat game. Kind of reminds me of that. All right. Oh, loud. Turn it down. It's a very simple, clean deck. If you like black and white decks, this might be the deck for you. Okay, this is kind of nice that he's put like the basic meanings on the cards. Oh, there's a little color in the deck. Maybe just the major arcana? Nope. I wonder why some of the cards have color and some don't. Oh my god, that music is loud. Hoping it's not copyrighted either. Shadow. That one's different. How many are in this? Okay, well, it's not right off the top, so I'll finish the video and then I'll go look. It's an interesting mix of iconography. The chariot, and it's an RV. There's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek irreverence in this. Oh god, people who can shuffle like that, I can't do it. I feel like you gotta have large hands to shuffle like that. Oh, it's by Lee. Okay, good. It's by the author of the deck, so hopefully I don't get smacked with a copyright. So, the project's currently at 2% of its goal. That's okay. It's still got 25 days left to go. Sorry, guys. It's by Lee Rooney, or Leroy. And let's see. It looks like he went very simple for the suit card designs. Like, ridiculously simple. But then the major arcana is quite detailed. Caution, some images may offend and not suitable for children. Yes, like judgment there. Or death. I hope you guys can't hear my son in the background. The shadow. What is that one? This is different. So this is not part of the major arcana. Unless he's talking about the moon. He's got the sun, though. And the moon already, so I don't know what shadow is. Okay, I can't help but see the High Priestess card and think of that game Devour. If you guys have not seen that game, go check out Shweeby's playthrough of it. Oh my god. Kind of crazy. Alright, so he says, I'm a creative artist and singer-songwriter, which I was making a living from before COVID, and a qualified and experienced tarot reader. Like many people, I have been left without an income because of the current COVID situation, and I have a family to support. Always wanted to design and illustrate an original tarot deck, and my current situation has created the opportunity to do so. You know, that is one thing that I will say is very interesting, is that the lockdown really helped a lot of creatives. I mean, I know it didn't help a lot of things, but it actually really helped a lot of creatives because it gave people the time to actually work on their creativity. So, of course, he says his goal ultimately is to make a living from this project. Following the success of this project, I already have some great ideas for future projects in the same vein. I really hope it's successful then, because that would be really, really cool. Let's see. Many thanks. Delivery times could be affected by current circumstances. That's pretty much... Looks like he's offering a... Oh, this is something not a lot of creators do, but he's offering digital files of the full deck, which is kind of interesting. Not a lot of creators do that because they're too afraid of their work being stolen and then slightly altered. So that's interesting. Well, I really hope this turns out for him. It's very simple. I mean, it's not like very, very simple, but it's a simpler deck than some of the ones that we've been looking at. I mean, if you want to compare it in terms of complexity, it's a lot simpler and cleaner than like the La Flora. So if you like simpler decks, that might be for you. Okay, so the next one is the NYC Tarot. Now, much in the same vein as Midnight City, this is a New York City tarot themed deck, or New York City tarot deck. It's kind of interesting. The author here, Michelle, she uses what looks like, I think it's the subway card, it looks like a subway card for the backs of the cards. But let's go ahead and play the video. We're gonna turn that down. Oh my god. Schedule video? It's like 50 seconds long. How could you not? So this one is at 30% of its goal. It's a very interesting deck. I'm going to go ahead and share this out. I got to share out the other one too. I forgot to do that. My bad. Oh, thank you, Shweeby. So This is a very interesting, very cool deck. I'm really loving it. My only thing, like, I really love all of the artwork. I'm really loving all of it. The only caveat that is driving me nuts is this, and this is the swords. So she's got the iconography of the Three of Swords through the. I haven't seen much of anyone's stuff lately. Been busy. Also shared your stream too. Yes, thank you, Shweeby. But she's got it. Hold on, let me scroll down. 3 years in the making, which you can tell she's taken the time to hand illustrate all of these. They're really neat. I love that she shows pictures of her space too. That's so fun. And then of course the process, the production pieces. Love it, love it. Love that. Guidebook is really cool looking. I love that it's kind of scrapbook-like. That's really fun. This is the part that I don't get. Like, this is my only comment. And Michelle, if you see this, I'm glad that you're proud of your hearts, swords, New York City. But here's my issue. The Three of Swords indicates disappointment, loss, heartbreak. I don't know that that's the type of energy that you want to bring to your project. So I'm curious, and Michelle, if you see this, please, please, please share why you picked this as your iconography for this deck. Why the Three of Swords when it has such a negative connotation in tarot? Why did you pick it as your iconography? I want to know. Like, I need the backstory on this. I need a little bit more, because I feel like that's really important, because those of us that have been reading tarot for a long time, I won't say forever, I'm not that old, but those of us that have been reading for a long, long time, I the Three of Swords would not be something that I personally, iconography wise, would want to like celebrate, in my daily life with like a coffee mug or something, because like I don't want to be drinking disappointment with my coffee. I mean, I get that just waking up in the morning. 'Cause I have depression. I don't need to be drinking it as well. So, like, that's my only thing about this deck about this whole deck that's killing me, is I need that explained. Like, I'm sure it has some significant meaning for her. I just want to know what it is. Uh, like, does she explain it anywhere? She says, illustrating this deck has been an amazing journey for me, even though it took over 3 years to complete, because I wanted to make sure each card was accurately representing the person or place in New York City, while also keeping the traditional meaning of each card. Through hours of research, sketching, and lots of magic making in my little craft room in Queens, New York, I finally brought forth the New York City Tarot. So, I think it's a really neat deck. I am excited to see what happens with it. I hope it's successful. Alright, now I forgot to share Mountaintop Tarot cards, so I gotta share this one. There we go. That's better. Oh my god. Twitter post. Okay, right, there we go. Goodness. Alright, so, and then the next one on Kickstarter, this one comes to us from Riga Lativa. Oh my goodness, I can't pronounce things. So this is the 3rd edition of Vibratera. So this is a tarot deck that the authors have successfully funded to either a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or some kind of crowdfunding campaign twice before for this particular tarot deck, and now they're doing it again. And for people who are doing like consistent crowdfunding projects, you'll see this especially with comic books, but sometimes also with things like tarot decks and stuff, where they'll do a run of stuff, and then they go through and they do that whole campaign, and then they'll launch it again, and that's kind of how they just keep going. And they do it using the campaign system because it's so much easier to keep track of orders. It's not like Etsy or eBay where you're getting like, a buy for this or a message for that or whatever, because Kickstarter, condenses everything down so that, it gives you that full printout and everything of, the people who contributed to your campaign and their addresses and all of that, and makes it a lot easier. So that's what some indie authors do, is they come in and they just, they'll take a whole year and they'll do one Kickstarter at a point in the year, and then they'll do the fulfillment and everything of it and the production and everything, and then the next year they'll do another one for another edition of the tarot. Or like in the case of TarotBot, where it's the black edition, where he did the original TarotBot, but he decided he wanted to do an edition where it has the black edging, which I personally think makes it amazing. So this is the Vibra Tarot. Again, I gotta turn everything down.
The Vibra Tarot brings together inspirations from ancient Egypt, fairy tales, mythology, plant and animal medicines, and the Baltic signs, sacred symbols of the land where I was born and raised.
I'm loving the
Hello.
collage.
My name is Alice, and I am the artist behind the Vibrant Tarot. Named after its vibrant colors and visionary art style, this deck of cards was born out of my interest for the tarot and love for the collage medium. Different flowers and plants channel the messages of fire for the Suit of Wands. The Suit of Cups brings the healing messages of those who live in water. The Suit of Swords activates the medicine of air, which is represented by winged beings. And finally, the Pentacle messages are inspired by animals whose feet touch the earth. I hope that my artwork inspires you to live a creative and joyful life in full color.
Fun. Ooh, these are pretty. Yeah, I have probably a not so small place in my heart for collage artists. My first tarot deck was actually a type of collage artwork. So I read primarily when I do my readings on Fridays on Clubhouse. I read with the Enchanted Tarot deck primarily, and Earth, and it is, it's all collage artwork as well. Each one was actually a tapestry that was then photographed and turned into tarot. So by Zerner and Farber. So yeah, I have a soft spot for collage. So she says, imagine yourself in a mixed timeline party for introverts. That's the essence of the Vibra Tarot deck. Or tarot card deck. Welcome to a vibrant gathering of mythologies and medicine that will spark joy and charm you with its quirkiness and wit. Kawaii. So she says you will encounter UFOs, the tree of life, pomegranates larger than people, a couple dancing inside a lotus flower, ladies hitching rides on dolphins, an angel in a tuxedo, Santa Claus wearing nothing but snow, and a headless man without a horse, also pyramids. It's such fun iconography. I love that she uses some of these images I recognize because they're really old. There is a plethora of like copyright free vintage images out on the internet now. Of course, you have to kind of dig to make certain that it's actually royalty and copyright free. But I love that there's so many of these vintage images, these black and white vintage images that are now being used and repurposed and modernized in a way that now they can become, something beautiful, either artwork or sacred, whether or not, you use, and I've said this before, a tarot deck or an oracle deck is a really great way to collect a particular artist's artwork, and a very easy to frame and easy to collect format, just because it really, you're getting, with a standard tarot deck, you're getting 78 cards. That's typically 78 different images. And that's an amazing way to collect a particular artist's artwork if you really love somebody's artwork a lot. So I love that the Fool is some guy petting a lion, and this kind with an UFO in the background, and then it's kind of like got this conspiracy theory here feel to it. But but the reason why I'm loving the guy petting the lion is there is a movie, and if you guys have not seen this movie, you need to watch it. It's called Secondhand Lions, and in the movie, these guys these older rich guys, like, they get fooled into buying this lion because this lion's supposed to be like the greatest hunt that they'll ever have, because they've done everything else, but they've never hunted lion. And they're too old to go to Africa and stuff. And of course, this is back when this is set in a time period when that shit was still allowed, even though it's not okay ethically. Anyways, so they order they this salesman cons them into buying this lion. And I won't spoil the rest of the movie, but it's hijinks and mayhem, and that's what this iconography reminds me of, is that movie Secondhand Lions. So if you guys have not seen the movie, do so. It's really, really neat. It's a fun movie. So, water. Oh my goodness. The images are so great. They're just so great. So definitely check this deck out. All right, we're going to share this out. All right. So that's the last one on Kickstarter. Now I got 2 to show you guys on Indiegogo. So this is Myrrh. It says, inspiring tarot cards thoroughly drawn by hand. So this is a coming soon project. I wanted to showcase a couple of those today. So let's watch the teaser video. Teaser videos go, I mean, it's well composed. It'd be nice if the cards were bigger. Like the card images were bigger, but it's a teaser, so that's all right. So that one's coming soon. And then another one that's coming soon is the Spirit Animals Oracle cards. So, actually, let me make this.
Do you keep seeing the same animal everywhere, but you don't know what it means? That's because your spirit animal is trying to communicate with you. Embrace it. Tap into the special energy of the wolf, tiger, elephant, or any other spirit animals to guide you as you deal with your day-to-day challenges. With the 44 Spirit Animals Oracle cards, you can refine your intuition as you listen to the inner voice within you, reconnecting with your unique energy and being infused with strength and courage by the lion spirit animal, or with peace and harmony by the dolphin spirit animal, or even with a sharper mental activity by the fox spirit animal. Among other moments of life-changing inspiration that you will receive from the 44 spirit animals that will guide you and empower you through a rewarding journey. Draw an oracle card every day that speaks to your spirit and soothes your heart and guides your mind, settling you on the right path to accomplish great things while also doing great things for others. Your spirit animal and the gifts your spirit animal has for you await you. Find them by joining our campaign on Indiegogo.
Well, that was interesting. Though, is it just me, or did the cards seem like the animals were a little intense? The animals were a little intense. But sometimes that's what people need. I have noticed this, and that's one of the reasons why I love indie Oracle and tarot decks, and just in tarot and Oracle in general, is that, like, there's a deck out there for everyone. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, the animals were just a little intense, but some people want that. Some people want that. Some people want a deck that's intense, and they want a deck that is gonna smack them upside the head, because that's the type of messages that they need. I mean, I've got the Enchanted Tarot here, which is a very soft, gentle deck, and then I've got my Star Power deck, which arguably is a much more in your face type of deck. So, I mean, it's just a little something for everyone. So that is it for projects that I have for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed these and that maybe you saw something that spoke to you and you'll give one of these projects a little love. So I hope all of you have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to take my slightly problematic medicated self to bed early. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If you guys have the Clubhouse app, just remember, unless Shweeby pulls me away, I'm going to be on Clubhouse tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, giving tarot readings, free tarot readings. So if you guys want to come hang out with me on the Clubhouse app, that'd be great. If not, that's okay too. Bye, Lori. Thanks for sharing these. Oh, you're welcome, Shweeby, and thank you for coming. So, bye!